Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. I'm Biggie Sweats, and today I'm bringing you something different. Now, you know we do all these beginner guides and these guides for new players and players trying new classes. I'm going to be showing you how to sim your character. Now, this is one of the most important things you can do when trying to improve your character. Figure out what stats are best, figure out what gear you need, figure out what's the best stuff in your bags. Everything. Simming your character should be an important daily, if not weekly, routine for you and your character. And you can even sim what you've got in your vault to ensure you're picking the right choice. So I'm going to teach you how to install it. Then I'm going to show you how to sim your character, show you how to sim it for Single Target and Mythic Plus, and more. So make sure you like, subscribe, and comment below. Also, check us out over on Twitch, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. BST. Be there. Boom. So we're going to start by showing you how to install the add-on. So you're going to come to CurseForge, or if you've got the CurseForge app, you're going to type in simulation or simulation craft. You're going to click it. We're going to download it, just as simple as this. It's going to download. Boom. You're going to find your match at the hotel room. No, I'm joking. And then once it's done, we're going to open that up. It's going to bring that up for us on WinRAR, and then we're gonna get our World of Warcraft folder up. So to do this, it's simple. I always used to struggle. So if you just type in World of Warcraft, it's gonna bring your app up. Right click, open file location. Right click again, open file location. It's gonna take you to where everything is installed. You're gonna click retail. You're gonna go to interface, then add-ons, and then we are just gonna copy and paste this in just like this. Drag it across. Boom. It's gonna come up, replace it, and that is it. That is it. Simple as, and that's how you install it. Once you've installed it and you're back in the game, and if you're still online, all you've got to do is type /reload. This works for any add-on. If you're installing it while online on the game, type /reload, and it's going to put you on a loading screen. And when it comes back on, the add-on is going to be detected, and you're going to be able to use it, even if you've just been chilling on the game. So, here we are. Boom. Sat on our rogue. I got a yak jumping over my head. So to get the app up, it's super simple to get the add-on working. Do you mind, attendance? Jeez. Okay, we're going to type /simc in the chat, like that, and it's going to bring up your profile. So this profile, you don't need to know anything from this. It basically scans your character, scans your profile, scans your everything, your conduits, your talents, your race, everything you are into one big thing. All the items in your bag, everything. And then we're just going to press Control-C, and that's going to copy it. And then we're going to take it to a site called Raidbots. Raidbots is a site where you can sim everything from the top gear in your bags, from what gear to get from dungeons, to compare your gear, setups, talent compares, just quick sim to see how much damage you should be doing, to sim your stat weights, everything. It's a great site and is effective at literally learning your class and making it stronger. So as we come to the main page of the site, you're going to be greeted with all these different options. Do not be overwhelmed. Each one of them has its own thing that is useful, but most of the time you're going to be using top gear. This is going to sim the items in your bags, new items you just picked up, and items in the vault to see what's best, to see what you need to change out, to see what you need to upgrade. This is the best choice if you're really trying to get into your character and see what stats are better and everything like that. So we're going to click in, and we're going to be greeted with this page. What you're going to do is you're going to take your profile that we just copied from in-game, and we're going to paste it into here. It's then going to load your character, my Blood Elf, Outlaw Rogue, my Conduits, my Soul Binds, my gear I've got equipped, and my talent. Now, before we actually sim the character, I want to explain each individual section to make it easier for you guys. So here you can sim your 4 set or without 4 set if you don't have any. You can sim how many creation catalysts, so how many charges you've got to upgrade gear into tier set. Your valor budget, you can put in like 6,000 and see what it tells you to upgrade. What's your best thing to upgrade first? Right here you can add legendaries in for your spec, for all your specs, to see what's better. You can compare everything. You don't need to actually go and buy it in game. You can just compare it straight off the site, which is a fantastic feature. Next up, you have all your gear. All you've got to do is select pieces. So if I want to compare these capes that I've got, so this is one I've got equipped, highlighted yellow, and then I could click this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and compare them all, and then it would tell me which one is better for my current setup on my character. And you can do that with all of your gear on here. there is also a section for enchants. So you can just click default on all of them and then run the sim. You can just have these and it'll tell you what gems to put in, what to put on your rings, everything, what you put on your weapons, everything you need to get your character prepped for it. I would sim these regularly because when stats come up and down, these might change. And then the final two sections are to do with your soulbinds and conduits. You can sim all of your conduits that you've got in here, all the different routes, see what's better damage, all of the different soulbind people from all the covenants, and finally your talents. You can sim all of your talents, just like that, select them all, boom, you can sim them all. Just as easy as that. It is simple, and this is going to tell you what's your best DPS, what's the best setup, everything like that. It is great. The whole website is great for really getting into your character and learning it and figuring out what is best or what the route is for upgrades. So I'm going to show you how to sim for single target and AoE environments. Obviously, single target will be more raiding stuff, and then your AoE is going to be more dungeon related stuff, and then you can choose off which one. So first off, we're going to scroll down to this down here. Now, this might look crazy complicated, but it isn't. It really isn't. The only thing you really need to be looking at is this here, because this determines whether you're simming for single target or simming for AoE. So everything else is just like raid buffs and among other stuff like that. You don't really need to know all about that stuff, or if you've got trinkets and stuff, but to go into that, that's like super deep and complex. Like there is really no need. You can choose your weapon oils and that's about it. But right here is going to be between AoE and single target. So for single target, you're going to be simming patchwork, you're going to be simming one boss, you're going to be simming for 5 minutes, and that is it. That is it. Right, this will be pure single flat out DPS where you're not moving, where you've got nothing going on. It's just flat out, you're doing your rotation, you're attacking a mob. That's it. Obviously, you can change that. You can sim for light movement, you can sim for heavy movement. Obviously, this will give you different results. So if you've got a boss where you're running around a lot, you'd probably sim for heavy movement, or where you're moving slightly light movement. That's going to give you more of a DPS, you know, more of a clear DPS. But this is what you normally go for. Patchwork, one boss, 5 minutes. Boom. And so I'm going to show you the sim. So let's just click these trinkets, right? Let's just click these trinkets. Boom, boom, boom. And then we're going to scroll back down, make sure it says what it says. Patchwork, one boss, 5 minutes. Find top gear. What that's going to do is going to take a moment to calculate everything you've got going on. Okay, and once it starts simming, it's going to do this whole thing. You don't need to pay attention to anything on here. It's just calculating stuff, figuring stuff out, you know, running all these things. And when it's done, you're going to be greeted with a page that's just going to be flat out, what is the best for you, best DPS, setups, is going to show you everything as well. So once it's done, this is what you're going to be greeted with. So there's my character. There's my simmed DPS, like the best DPS I should be doing with the gear I've got on. All of my conduits, all of my talents, all the gear I've got equipped. All these. So this is if you've got your pre-parts, your flask, your food, your augment rune, your bloodlusting. You've got all the bonuses on, everything. And then you can scroll down and you can see everything it's simmed, right? So this is simming every trinket. And it's giving you a combination of each trinket and how they work. So as you can see, the current setup I've got is the best setup for single target. 19,229. I will learn to read one day, I promise. And then below that, you've got these two trinkets, but they're about, you know, 500 less DPS, so I won't be changing to that. But it's as simple as that. That's how you sim for single target. I'm not saying you're guaranteed to do this much DPS when you play, because there is all things taken into account, like rotation messing up and hectic movement on bosses. There's all little things. But if you just stood there and you get everything perfect, this is what it gives you. Now, next I'm going to show you how to sim for AoE. Also really simple, but you can make mistakes by simming the wrong thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to select all these trinkets again. Easiest to sim this way. Go down to where we were before. And we're going to change two things. We're going to change this to 5 bosses, meaning 5 targets around you. We're going to change this to 40 seconds because ads don't last as long as bosses. Roughly, you're going to be doing, it's going to take you 40 seconds to kill something like this, 40 seconds to kill something around you. And we're going to leave it at that. Patchwork, 5 bosses, 40 seconds. This should give you an effective AoE DPS. So then we're just going to click find top gear once again. And it's going to scan, as it did before. So we've just simmed our character for an AoE environment. 40 seconds, 5 targets. 67,752. That's quite high in my opinion. But see, it's suggested an improvement. It's took all the trinkets into account for AoE purposes and suggested that we swap out our other trinket, our Bells of Endless Feast, for the Stone Legion Heraldry. And this is going to be woofer, a 2.1% increase in damage. So we're going to take that. And it is as simple as that. Simming your character isn't this complicated thing. It's not meant to be hard, so do not be afraid to go out there and try and improve your character. For a beginner, for a pro, for anyone, simming your character, they're going to be doing it all the time. I've been using simc to improve myself in raids and dungeons for a long time. And it's so effective in just learning more about your character, learning about what gear's better, and just everything. You can sim your vault, everything. It's such a good piece of equipment that you should be using on a regular. I mention it in all of my videos. Now, I won't go into all of these other categories, but the one other thing that I think is a great feature is the Droptomizer. If you're looking to target specific items from dungeons or raids, bring in your profile once again, copy and paste it in, and you can select from all of these. Shadowlands, Nafria, Sanctum, Sepulture, Mythic Dungeons, even PvP, Legion, the tier set, everything. You can sim for what you need to target. Your 15s, if you're in game, your weekly vault, you can learn to target. And then you just click run the Droptomizer. So if we click Sepulture, we go Fated Mythic, and we just click run. It's got our sim, we just click run. It's going to do its whole process.
2,000 years later.
And here we are, after 29 days, the sim is finally done. I'm joking. Simming for this sort of stuff takes a lot longer because it's obviously simming through every single piece of gear to find what is best for you, what is an upgrade. So you can see, it's simmed the whole of Mythic Sepulture, right? And it's listed your upgrades in percentages of how much of an increase they are for your character. As you can see, 9.1% if I get these items from Sepulture. The trinket itself is a 9.1% upgrade, which is huge, right? So it gives you an ability to target this stuff, and it's the same with dungeons. You can sim each dungeon, every dungeon, or all dungeons at once, so you can see what dungeons you need to be repeating to get that best gear for you. And that right there is how you sim your character for single target, AoE, and how you can target upgrades for any of your characters. Super simple, super easy, and will take no more than 5 to 10 minutes to figure stuff out. I hope this video has been helpful. I hope you have a great day. Make sure you like and subscribe below. And make sure you come and check out the Twitch, twitch.tv/BiggieSweats, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. BST. Be there. Until next time, peace.